This isn't just a hustle story. It's a story about finding purpose, investing in skill, and feeding a community with more than just food. Hi, Cherish. It's good to have you on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
What is one lesson you've learned that every student entrepreneur should know?
Nobody owes you help. You have to help yourself.
What has been your greatest achievement as a student entrepreneur?
How I was able to bring myself from not having any capital or any support to what I have now.
Would you say having a certificate gave you more confidence or more customers?
My certificate gave me more confidence. So I was able to use that confidence I had to win myself the customers I have.
If you had to cook a meal that describes your entrepreneurial journey, what would be on the plate?
I'll cook moi moi.
Campus Hustlers with Fatima, Zakariyya.
Perfumes, wigs, clothes, jewelry, she has sold them all. But something hit different when she stepped into the kitchen. This isn't just a hustle story. It's a story about finding purpose, investing in skill, and feeding a community with more than just food. Hi, welcome to yet another interesting episode of Campus Hustlers, your weekly dose of entrepreneurial spirit unfiltered. I'm your host, Fatima Zakariyya. I am an entrepreneur, a corporate event anchor, a voice to artist, and of course I am a podcaster. Joining me on today's episode of Campus Hustlers is Cherish Christopher, a 300 level agriculture student at Bayero University, Kano. Cherish is an embodiment of versatility, discipline, and drive. Known among peers as Jack of many trades, Cherish has dabbled in a variety of entrepreneurial ventures, from selling perfumes to jewelry and tailoring. But beyond the hustle lies her true passion, the culinary arts. What started as a personal love for cooking soon transformed into a purposeful career path. With 2 culinary certificates under her belt, Cherish is steadily building her expertise and pursuing advanced culinary training to refine her craft. In July 2024, she launched Food for Thought, a food brand she founded after graduating from the prestigious 10-Cup Culinary Class. As the founder, Cherish leads a movement to redefine the way communities engage with food, especially in places where quality meals are often undervalued and unavailable. Cherish's journey is rooted in a powerful blend of resilience, cultural pride, and a vision to bridge the gap between agriculture and culinary innovation. As she continues to grow, her goals remain bold: to earn global culinary certifications, expand her brand's impact, and become a leading voice in Africa's evolving food industry. Hi, Cherish. It's good to have you on the podcast.
Thanks for having me here. I'm grateful.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm fine. I'm doing very well. Thank you. And yourself?
All right, I'm doing fine too, Cherish. And I'm so happy to have you on the last episode of Campus Hustler Season 2. I'm super happy to have you here.
I'm thankful for hosting me here.
All right, Cherish, let's get into it. Can you tell us a bit about how your entrepreneurial journey began?
Professionally, it started around July 2024. I had just completed my first culinary class and I was sitting at home and I felt I didn't want to leave my certificate to just go. So I just thought of how I could use my knowledge and my certificate to be something meaningful. So I just decided, okay, I want to use this knowledge. I used to love cooking in secondary school. I even had a catering course that I did for 3 years, but it was not professionally, it was just theory aspect. So when I ventured into my culinary classes, I realized that, okay, this is what I want to be doing. This is what I want people to know me with. And that was how it all started.
Wow, interesting. That's beautiful, Cherish. All right, so Cherish, what inspired the name Food for Thought and what does it represent?
The name Food food for thought, it was just God inspired, because when I started my business, I wanted a name that would stand out. Like when you hear it, you won't know it's food related, so you dig in deep, something that was just so different from the usual food business names we have. And then I kept thinking, I had to put my whole family on the table to help me think, what should I name this business? I had a couple of ideas too, but most of them I had were already taken by other business owners. So I just had to calm down. I prayed, and one day I was just sitting down and I was thinking, Lord, what am I going to name this business? And the name just came to my head, Food for Thought. So I came online, I started culinary businesses that were named Food for Thought. I didn't see, although when I went to register my business, there were a couple of businesses with the name Food for Thought. So I just had to maneuver my way, and that was how the name Food for Thought started. Ideally, when someone says Food for Thought, the literal meaning is like advice. I want when people hear Food for Thought in terms of my business, they get the understanding that, okay, this food business is different from the usual.
Wow, beautiful. Food for thought. All right, so now, Cherish, tell us, you've mentioned redefining food experiences in undeserved communities. Yes, in your bio, you made mention of that. So what does that look like in practice?
Okay, what I mean by redefining food experience, I will give a practical example. I schooled in Kano, and because of the population there, the food that people sell are unhealthy. I'm not saying this to drag or bash the people around there, but you see they sell food, they cook food in unhealthy environments, and they just sell it to make money, not for people to eat and enjoy. And because of state of economy and competition, people can go and get a plate of food with meat and whatever, you spend just 1,000, 2,000, because the food, they are not quality meals. And I really don't like that. I believe everybody needs to eat healthy. Food is life. So I want to be able to bring to people healthy dining. When you eat, you know that, okay, this food was made with intentions. This food was made from a clean source and it's going to be delivered and served in a clean way. So that is my own definition of redefining food experience in undeserving communities.
Wow, beautiful. I understand that perfectly now. All right, so tell us, how do you manage running a food brand while being a full-time student? I know it's not easy, especially as an agricultural student. How do you do that?
First and foremost, I would say it's God. God has been helping me really in that aspect, because sometimes schoolwork can be very overwhelming and I know I have business to attend to. So most times I just plan ahead. I make a schedule of how my day is going to be. From so time, I'm going to attend lectures. If I have cool activities that will take my whole time, I'm not going to open business for that day. I only open business when schoolwork is not so much on me, when I can handle the workload. And I work on my own. I don't have workers, so I have to put it in a way that I'm going to balance the two so that I don't lose on one. When I'm not in school, when I don't have serious school activities, I focus on my business. When school activity is a lot for me, I just pause the business to when I can finish. When I finish, I concentrate on my business full time, and that is it.
Wow, interesting. And I love the fact that you understand the fact that, okay, I'm in school, this is why I'm here.
Sometimes I can get orders, I can get work, and it's tempting. Sometimes I'll feel, God, let me just miss this class, let me miss this activity. But I know that if I miss this class, if I miss this, especially in my department, our lecturers are very strict, so I just have to be very careful. If the business cannot wait, I'm not going to do it. If it can wait, then it should wait after my whole class and all of that. When school is on break, I have the whole time for my business and to myself. But once it's school time, it's school time, and I will concentrate on school.
Interesting. I love this, Cherish. I really do love this. Okay, so now, Cherish, tell us, as an agriculture student, has your background in agriculture helped your culinary business in any way? way now that you're studying agriculture? Has it helped it in any way?
Yes, it has helped me, but not in a very large aspect though, because I'm still in my baby steps of agricultural learning. So the little knowledge I get from school, I apply it to my business if need be. For example, when I am cooking, if I have an order for a weekend meal, I have to ask, okay, is my client sick? Does he or she have any form of sickness? And then I'll know, okay, these are the things to use minimal and things to put much in my food when I'm cooking for them. For example, if I have an order from an ulcer patient, I know that, okay, I am going to be very careful when I'm putting garlic in my food. I'm going to be very careful when I'm putting ginger, onions, and pepper in my food, because all the things are acidic and can be harmful to my customers. And sometimes in my choice of cooking ingredients, sometimes when you go to get foodstuffs in the market, not every foodstuff are naturally grown. Some are organically harvested. So from the knowledge of agriculture, I'm able to differentiate, okay, this is naturally grown, this was altered by chemicals and whatever. So I know which products to avoid and which one to buy to run my business. So far so good. That has been the only way agriculture has helped or impacted in my culinary life.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. I love that it has helped. Yes, just like you said, not really, but I feel like what you know, an ordinary foodpreneur might not know what you actually know as an agricultural student.
If you are a diabetic patient, if I'm to cook for you, if you are going to book me to be like a private chef, I would advise you, if you want to eat rice, don't eat the normal rice. It's not like it is bad, it is a bad rice or something. It's just high in glucose, and as a diabetic patient, you don't need too much glucose in your system. So I'd advise, okay, you can have basmati rice if you can afford it, because the monosaccharide content in basmati rice are fewer than it is in the normal grown rice. So the sugar content you'll be getting from the basmati rice will be healthier for you than the one you get in the normal rice. So that's just how the flex of being an agri student and being a foodpreneur.
Yes, this is interesting and lovely. Honestly, you have a double advantage, because some of these things, ordinary people, they don't know it. They have to maybe go ahead to learn it, but this is what you are learning in school, and you are still learning. At the end of the day, you are going to learn a whole lot, which you are going to incorporate into food for thought. All right, so Cherish, what role has social media or word of mouth played in growing food for thought?
I recently just started posting my business online. You know how social media can be. You need to push and push and push. Sometimes the pushing you are trying to push is not reaching anywhere, because your content, they might not push your content to people's algorithm for people to see. But so far so good. I think TikTok has helped me a lot, and Facebook. I believe that, okay, as a starting business owner, if you are looking for customers and if you are very good at what you do, if you are looking for your target customers, they are on Facebook and TikTok. Because when I recently completed my culinary class with Hilda Bassy, and I had an assignment to do. I did the assignment. We had an option to post it or not. I didn't want to post them. I don't know why. I was just not feeling the vibe of posting it. But then my friends advised me, and then I posted it. And the very first day I posted it, I got over 50 people that wanted to patronize me, and I was very surprised, because this platform, I thought it was just for fun, people watching and enjoying themselves. I didn't know that, okay, I can actually meet my target customers. I posted that video since April, but till today, I still have customers coming from that video. So TikTok has been the only app that has helped me in my business. Although I post on other apps, but I don't really get customers from other apps like I do on TikTok. So social media, if you are able to, if you have the mind and the endurance to keep posting, whether or not you are having recognition, you will go far, because just one day, it just takes one day for people to see your work and you will have customers.
Wow, interesting. Yes, and you're right. There are instances where you will be posting, you just just keep posting, and then one day it's just one single post and it will do the pushing, and then you reach thousands, or let me even say millions of people.
Yes.
And what surprised me actually, Cherish, is I actually don't know that you've taken classes from Hilda Bassy.
Oh, I took her class. I just concluded Culinary Class. I think I concluded it April, if I'm not mistaken. My first culinary certificate was from Chef Oak, and the second was from Hilda Bassy. I still have more to achieve, but these are the two culinary certificates I have at the moment.
Wow, that's lovely, and congratulations. And I was thinking, was it because of the influence Hilda Bassy has that made that video went viral? Did you use any hashtag?
Yes, I did. The assignment was for grand prizes, because at the end of the class, we usually give prizes to the winners of the assignment. So people, the whole rush, the whole buzz of the assignment, the gifts were very eye-catching. So the whole engagement, then that was what made the video to go that far, because everyone was looking, okay, who is going to win this, who is going to win that, and all of that.
Yes, and congratulations. I'm so glad that you've taken classes from the likes of Hilda Bassy. I mean, it is something to brag about actually, because these are people in the industry that have influence. The truth is, some people may decide to patronize you just because you said, okay, I've taken classes from this person.
Yes. Sometimes I used to just want to case my certificates, because I know, okay, if I thought you don't trust me from just looking at me, when I show you my certificate, you know that, okay, I actually attended this class, and your level of trust in my work will increase. So that's just it.
Yes, I love that, Cherish, and congratulations. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
now you're welcome. Okay, now, so tell us, Cherish, what is one lesson you've learned that every student entrepreneur should know as far as entrepreneurship is concerned? What is that one lesson you've learned? So far, so good.
There are a lot of lessons I've learned, so, but if I have to pick one, it will be that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody owes you help. You have to help yourself. So if your friends, if your classmates, if your family are not patronizing you, they are not promoting you, you should promote yourself. You should do whatever it takes to put your business out there, because sometimes you might be angry. Oh, my sister is not helping me post my business. My sister is not helping me look for customers. Your sister does not owe you that. She's your sister. She can decide to patronize you. There are 1,001 people doing the same thing that you are doing. You just have to push and make sure you stand out. Do something differently that will make people see that, okay, other people are doing this thing, but this girl is doing hers differently. Okay, I should try hers. Something that will catch people's attention. You are responsible for your own business, your own hard work. It is your investment. So as a student entrepreneur, you should push for yourself. Don't wait for anybody to push for you. Nobody's coming to save you. You should save yourself. That is one advice I really hold on to as a student, because sometimes I have classmates, I have friends, they have the connections, they have friends that I know that, okay, if they tell their friend of my business, their friend will patronize, but they won't. I cannot be angry with them for not doing that. So I just have to play my part for myself. Around this fasting that just finished, I introduced something to my business where I would sell food. I'll cook food and sell to students that were fasting, because not every student would, like, after fasting, want to come and start cooking, the whole struggle of going to the market. So I made myself available to be cooking and selling for students. If you want it for the particular one whole month, it was available there. But then when I started doing it, I realized that, okay, these people that I know, some of them really they need my service, but they don't just want to patronize me. They'd rather go outside and do it. Ideally, I'm supposed to be angry, but then they don't owe me anything like that. It's not by fault for them to patronize me. So because they didn't patronize me does not mean, okay, I should stop. There were times where I would sit down and say, okay, I don't have any order to do. Should I still cook and wait? I will just be thinking, but then at the end of the day, I will still cook. And before you know, 2 people have come to buy 3, 4, before you know it will be sold out. And that's just how I've been living. And I've put it in my mind that if my neighbor does not help me push my business, I will push my business myself. So basically, that's just one advice I'll give to upcoming student entrepreneurs and those that are already in the business.
Wow, interesting. This is a golden advice. You are your biggest push. I actually believe in this. I truly believe in what you just said. You are the one that will stand up and do it for you. And Cherish, one thing I have learned so far is from what you just said, what I picked again is the fact that you know that these people that are not showing support now, a time is coming where you will not ask them to do it for you and they will do it for you.
Exactly.
Yes, that time is coming where you will not tell this person, please help me repost on your WhatsApp status, and this person will willingly do it for you because that success is there already. You are not begging anybody and they will come to do it for you. So just keep pushing. You are your biggest push. You are your biggest fan. You are your fan. So you are your brand. Keep pushing it and just keep doing what you love to do. All right, so Cherish, let's talk future vision. Where do you wish to see yourself after graduation? Do you want to practice as an agriculture student, or you just want to push your business? You just want to focus on your business after school, or you would love to combine both?
After school, I would love to combine everything, not just both, like everything, anything business, buying and selling, anything that will profit to me. I want to do it, but particularly on my culinary business, I want to push it. I want to be bigger than what I am now. I'm going to make sure that, okay, I work hard to put this place known to everybody. If you hear food for thought, you know, okay, yes, this is food for thought. My major inspiration as a growing chef is Hilda Bassy, not because she's big and famous now, but because of how she started. She started very small and we just pushing and making a difference in what she does. She was able to build the whole name and fame for herself, and that is just exactly what I want to be, or even more. I want to be able to use my skill, use my profession to make a name for myself. That is my plan after school. I'm going to combine everything. I'm going to combine school, I'm going to combine food, I'm going to combine farming, everything. I'm just going to do it to make sure that, okay, I grow and I make myself bigger.
Wow, interesting. And I wish you all the very best, Cherish.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
Now let's talk success stories. What has been your greatest achievement as a student entrepreneur? So far, so good. Since you started this journey, what has been your greatest achievement?
Basically, I'm just going to say how I've been able to grow myself, grow my business from the little I had to what I have now. When I started my business, I didn't have like capital and say, okay, I have this money, this is what I want to do it. My mom used to always tell me that you don't need money to start a business, and that's how it started for me. So my greatest achievement was how I was able to bring myself from not having any capital or any support to what I have now. When I started this food business, I think the capital I used was from the first orders I got. I was just posting, this one is available, and then I had people, they sent money and said, okay, I want this one, I want to, and I used the money, I rushed to the market, and that's how I started. For this person wants this person, and that's how I was able to build my brand. So my greatest achievement as a business owner is how I was able to bring myself up from nothing to what I am now.
Interesting. It is such a big success story, actually. Cherish, as far as the fourth segment of the podcast is concerned, it has really been an amazing time with you. But Cherish, before we dive into the second segment of the podcast, there are people listening right now and they cannot wait to connect with you. So tell us, where can listeners find you in case they want to connect with you?
I am everywhere. On Facebook, you can find me. My username on Facebook is Cherish Christopher. On Instagram, I have my personal account, it's Chef Cherish, but for business, my username on Instagram is Food for Thought. These are places that you can find me and I'll respond immediately. Other places, I might take a whole month before I even check there for my messages.
What about TikTok?
Okay, my username on TikTok is Chef Cherish.
All right, listeners, we are about to dive into the second segment of the podcast. Cherish and I are going to be discussing the topic, the importance of investing in your skill. As an entrepreneur, you can sell anything, but if you are not improving your skill, your hustle will eventually hit a wall. Skill is what separates hustling from mastery and growth from stagnation. In this segment, we are going to be unpacking the importance of skill development, why it matters, how to start, and what it looks like when you take your hustle seriously. All right, Cherish, are you ready for the segment?
Yes, I am.
All right, so Chef Cherish, tell us what inspired you to pursue formal culinary training while still being a student and a hustler?
One of the things that inspired me to have formal training was passion. I want to cook food and sell, but I don't want to be like, I don't want everybody to look at me like everybody can cook, anybody can cook, but it takes lessons and classes to be better. I didn't want to be the usual. I just wanted to be different from what everybody does. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to have formal culinary classes. And then there are different ways to do things. I want to learn how to make this in different ways. There are 1001 recipes to cook one thing. So by learning that 1001 recipes, I can learn which one do people prefer, which one is not really good, which one should I stop using. Again, I didn't want to be referred to as a cook or a restaurant owner. I want my title, I want to be called a chef. A chef is different from a cook.
But Cherish, what's the difference between a chef and a cook?
Just yesterday, I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw someone posted the same question: what is the difference between a chef and a cook? I wanted to reply that person, but I will just use this opportunity to explain the difference between a chef and a cook.
Right.
A cook is anybody. My mother is a cook because she can cook. The person that's running a local restaurant is a cook because she cooks. But a chef is someone who has gone through proper, basic and advanced culinary classes. A chef is someone who instructs the cook. A chef creates recipes and menus. A cook only follows the orders of a chef. A cook cannot create recipe. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I get that. And I have actually placed myself somewhere. I'm so sure that I am actually a cook. Now I understand that I'm not a chef.
A chef can give you measurements. Okay, for example, now I'm in a workspace and I have someone who cooks. I can tell the person, okay, if you are cooking this, I want you to use half tablespoon of baking soda, half tablespoon of salt. Cook cannot do that. A cook will have to taste and say, okay, this one did not do, let me add.
I need to stop calling myself a chef.
Well, now you know the difference.
Beautiful. And in case you are listening right now and you have been bragging and calling yourself a chef because you can cook, please, so far as you did not pass through the formal training and all, you are not a chef, you are just a cook. All right, Cherish. So now let me ask you, how has investing in your culinary skill changed the way you run Food for Thought?
Okay, my last culinary class, I was lucky enough to learn a lot of things aside just cooking. I was able to learn costing and pricing. So with the knowledge I had, I was able to know how to run my business to a point where I'm not going to be at loss. The only loss I'm going to have, if at all, is when like I have a bad food day, maybe something gets paused or something paused or all of that, but not in a case where I will spend money, go to the market, come back, cook. I will sell everything, and then when I'm now calculating the money I made, I will see that, okay, I didn't make enough to return to the market the next day. I didn't make enough profit. So investing in myself professionally has helped me in that part of my business, and it has also helped me in doing things differently.
Wow, interesting. All right, so Cherish, tell us, would you say having a certificate gave you more confidence or more customers? Which one? Or both?
I would say having my certificate gave me more confidence, and from that confidence I was able to get customers. Before I had my certificate, I was not running this food business like this. I was just maybe only when I cook for myself or cook for my family. But when I got my certificate, I could openly come out and post that, okay, I can do this, I can do that. I will ever tell you, if you tell me to do this thing for you and I do it and you don't enjoy it, I'm not the one that made it. So I was able to use that confidence confidence I had to like win myself the customers I have. So far so good. I've had over 100 to 150 customers, if not more. I don't want to go beyond, but I'm going to say I don't have less than 100 returning and first time customers. I have been able to get attention and all of that. And one good thing is that my business, you don't have to come to somewhere to get it. You can be in the comfort of your house and I can deliver to you. So that confidence I had were things that helped me to win and get customers. So I will just say my certificate helped me in both ways. I was able to get confidence and customers from my certificates.
Wow, interesting. I love that, Cherish. All right, so did your pricing, branding, or customer feedback change after improving your skill? Can you take us through what your pricing, branding, and customer feedback look like before improving your skill and what it looks like now that you have actually improved?
Okay, one of the things I started selling was shawarma, and then when I started selling shawarma, that was just last year, things were overpriced. Like shawarma was expensive, but then I was selling shawarma for 1.5. The highest thing on my menu was 2.5 then. And then you see people come to me because I was giving them that cheap price. I was giving them small money for good quality, and I was supposed to balance it. It's supposed to be the quality for the price. After I did my last culinary class, I had to sit back and then I rebranded. I did a new menu because I was not going to be doing things like the way I used to. I improved my menu. So an improved menu equals increase in price. So that was it. So I cannot give you that new experience for the same old price I was giving. People ask me, I thought you used to sell this. I feel no, I've changed. I don't sell it for this price again. And the best part is that in as much as I changed, I increased price, I still have my customers with me. They are always with me and always buying. I think this my last culinary class encouraged me to go and register my business for me to gain more trust from people. Considering the way I'm pushing myself, I need to have a registered business, so I had to make my business registered. I had to start doing branded papers, branded packaging, bags, and all of that. I think now I have improved. I am now better. I used to have a friend that patronized me. The last time patronized me was last year, but when I came back to Cardinal, she ordered for something, and then she had to tell me that she have improved and she's proud, blah, 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 blah. So I was happy because I was not stagnant in one place.
Wow, beautiful. I love that. That is to tell you how important it is for someone or an entrepreneur to keep investing in their skill. All right, so Cherish, what were some of the challenges you faced while trying to upgrade your skills? For example, is it time management? Is it money? What are those challenges?
Basically, it was financially. I was really facing financial challenges then because I had been wanting to improve my skills for a very long time. But once this culinary class comes out, you see the fees. It was just something else. So I was not able to like improve myself at the right time. I did it. It was overdue. And again, school as well. I really thought, okay, maybe because I'm in school, I cannot run a business. But I just had to find a way to like maneuver and make out time for this and that. So I battled with financial challenges and time management when I was trying to improve myself.
All right, so Cherish, tell us now, talking about money, what advice would you give to a student entrepreneur who feels they don't have the money or time to invest in their skill yet, but they really want to invest actually?
If you don't have money or time to invest in your skills, you have social media. You can start for anything on YouTube and you will see results. If your problem is money or time, that is it. You have access to social media at any time. So whenever you feel okay, it is convenient for you now, you can just go online. You have Google, you have YouTube, TikTok. So now it helps us in this type of searches. So once you have time, you can go there and search for how to improve this, how to do this, how to do that at your own convenience time at your disposal, and you don't have to pay. The only thing you maybe need money to do is to practice, but to learn and have the knowledge, you have social media at your disposal to use. Make social media your friend. Use social media wisely. easily and you will see results as long as you practice. So that's just an advice.
Wow, Chef Cherish, it has really been an amazing time with you. Before you go, I have just one question for you. Are you ready for my final question?
Yes, I am.
So, Chef Cherish, tell us, if you had to cook a meal that describes your entrepreneurial journey, what would be on the plate?
A very, very tricky question. If I am to cook any dish,
It's okay to think about it.
I want to cook something that would make sense. Okay, if I'm to cook something to describe my entrepreneurial journey, must it be one food?
It can be more than one food.
Okay, I think if I'm to cook one meal to explain or describe my entrepreneurial journey, I'll cook moi moi. Because the whole process, like, you need time and carefulness to make moi moi to be perfect. So through time, process, carefulness, and intentionality that to get to where I am today. So that will be my signature meal to describe my entrepreneurial journey.
Wow, perfect. I love this because honestly, you are correct. If you need to cook moi moi, you have to be intentional. Like I said, Cherish, it's really been an amazing time with you. Thank you so much for coming on my podcast.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right, hustlers, that's all we have for you as far as Campus Hustlers Season 2, Episode 17, which is our final episode, is concerned. I hope you really learned a whole lot from our Chef Cherish. As for me, I really learned a whole lot from her. All right, hustlers, rate and review this podcast using the hashtag Campus Hustlers on all social media platforms. If you're yet to subscribe, hit the subscribe button now. Until Season 3, stay hungry, stay focused, and keep hustling. Bye-bye.
Campus Hustlers with Fatima Zakariyya.